course. At first, I'd like to go about a few things every designer should do, especially before a big project. If you are aiming to do a high-quality project, you would at least need a few minutes to look over other projects, what people design currently, what is trending, to not copy them, but to inspire yourself for great design. Hey, you promised me in this course that you will make a better PowerPointer of me. What's happening? So in order to get good in PowerPoint can be used as any other design software. And in my opinion, if you want to be a good designer, no matter which tool you use, this time you will use PowerPoint. This will be your tool, but you also need to be aware about design. I'll make here a game plan for you, which you can do step by step, exactly as I do here, to gain quickly inspiration, and then we will head right into PowerPoint. At first, it depends if you are doing a business presentation or just a free project for yourself. You can write, for example, business brochure and go to Pinterest. I wrote business brochure, but you can also write poster, flyer, website, presentation, design, inspiration. I've listed those tags here which I think are very relevant to everything. And right off the bat, I just wrote this here, and I have my first two links. I go into the link, for example, business brochure, and I'm gaining inspiration. Now, already, I'm setting myself for a color. I think, oh, this blue design looks really good. What if I created something similar in PowerPoint, just with a stronger blue, or just a red one? Look at those brochures. They look totally beautiful. I really like the designs, the fonts, everything. And as you can see, my normal game plan includes getting inspiration, selecting colors, images, icons, and fonts. For the sake of this course, we'll go over all of them. Each of us will select a few of them, and then it will get into your workflow, your blog, and you'll aim for better designs. And if I see those designs, my mission is to make a design which will be not worse than that. Because right off the bat, as I look at those designs, I see they are clean, well prepared. Obviously, they are greatly presented here, and I wanted to show you a few websites like that. The same tag which you will use for your project, you can write the same things on Behance. You can simply click a search. I have it in Polish because I'm from Poland. Obviously, the same thing goes for Dribble and for another websites. So at Behance, this is Adobe's website, and people have their portfolios. For example, you have logo tips. It doesn't matter if it's not a brochure. For example, logo tips, it might also get me on good ideas when it comes to the color scheme. You just soak some inspiration, soak some graphic designs into you, and you'll see later when we design, this will be really handy. I really love this color selection. I'll not go over super in detail. You'll need to click over a few things on those websites to soak those graphic designs a little bit in. Okay, we need to move forward, and the very last thing I want to show you is Slideshare. Why is this last? It's not first. This website is maybe the most relevant website. It's even acquired by LinkedIn. I'm sure you most likely already know it, but Slideshare is about sharing presentations, PDFs, slides, and informations from companies, and you can even upload your designs here. But what's more important, you can also gain inspiration. I'm placing this as the last website because those are presentations, but they might be not the most designerish presentations. So, because some presentations are trending, some presentations are from big companies, so it all depends on this website. But still, you can find great designs. You can get inspired how a well-prepared presentation should look like. And since, for example, this is a high-trending presentation, you can think to yourself, well, something must be done right in this presentation. If it's trending, maybe this person has a big following, or maybe this presentation is that good. As I see here, it's pretty well designed. It's not outstanding, but it's a clean, nice-looking presentation, which I could eventually gain some inspiration from. Okay, this will be the first step. After each lesson in this section, I'll give you a small quest, and you can probably know, and you can probably anticipate that after this lesson, I'd like you to visit all of those websites. Just to get a habit of checking them, please go into the first website, right here in your tag and your selected type of design, for example, brochure, browse to all of them, and you will know a bit more about design, a bit more about those colors, and you will get a little inspired before we move forward. I hope you will have fun. I always love to watch designs. Let's move forward in the next lesson. Selecting a color scheme. And I want to say something that I didn't say previously. We can select colors, we can select images, icons, and fonts, and still, when we will design, it can change. But if you like come more prepared, it's easier to switch out colors than to start without nothing. And go by your gut, go by what you like, and those color schemes will make sure that if you use those multiple colors together, they most likely will fit each other. You can, of course, tinker with colors yourself. If you are a super design mind and you have this artism in you, yes, you can, of course, select any colors you like. But I really love working with color schemes, and what I often do, I can, for example, print screen this and paste this into my PowerPoint, so it's easier for me to work. You will have three main websites. Of course, you can have your own website, but I usually use them. Adobe Color CC, it was previously called Adobe Cooler, is most likely the biggest website and the most popular one, which has a lot of views, a lot of new incoming color schemes, so it's definitely one to watch. I'm setting all the links here in this project file that I'll share with you. Colors, Adobe, you can sort by most popular, most used, recently, and so on and so on. So you can browse through those colors. The next little website will be Color Hunt. Color Hunt has also very nice color schemes, and you can as well use the hot, the popular, or some random ones, and those color schemes are also really beautiful. And as you can see, we have the hex code. You can click here, and we have it bigger. We can print screen, we can use this anywhere, and also it tries to show us similar colors or similar color scheme to that, which is a great kickstart for us. The third, and is also like my favorite website to use, you click on the Explore, and what's great here, you can browse it with your keyboard. If my website will be smaller, this will get smaller, and I can right-click and browse those colors. This is really beautiful. I believe they also have an extension which you can install into your Photoshop programs. Sadly, not into PowerPoint, but that's no problem. We can simply copy the colors over from here. As you can see, we can view, we can export, and we can save them to a PNG, which is perfect for use. So this is it. When it comes to selecting the color scheme, your quest for this lesson will be to visit all those websites. Please visit those three websites and get familiar with their interface. For the beginning, you should select at least one color scheme that you really like and would like to use in your presentation. See you then. Alright, let's say that we previewed a few designs, we have some inspiration, and we selected a color scheme. I will, for example, select this one. I'm not sure that we will stick to it, but I really like the setup, so I'll just save that in the background. Your next step will be to select a few images. And you can say, no, I won't use images in my presentation, I'll use only icons, or I'll use only text. Well, It's important when you do a project and you want it to be professional to have a few fallback plans. If something is not working out, you will have always those few photographs. And those photographs can be either selected complementary to your color scheme, or they can be generalized photographs in the same fashion and type of the presentation you are creating. So depending on what you need, I would like to tell you about a great website, LibraryStock. This is a website which accumulates all free photo sharing websites into one search. My favorite website with free photographs is Unsplash.com because those photographs here come in very high quality. But the advantage of LibraryStock, if I, for example, select people office, let's say something like that, and look at that. Download at StockSnap, Pixabay, Barn Images, Pixels. These are all websites, find the photo. These are all websites with free photographs to use, free of charge. So it's totally awesome to use this website because we can use free photographs in our presentation. We can use the photo as is, we can recolor it later, and then it will enhance our design. I'm usually going to Unsplash.com at first to see if I can search for something fitting because it's so amazing. The detail and the quality of those images is out of this world. It's like 5,000 pixels per 3,000 pixels. And those photos are even too big, so I always go to Photoshop and make them smaller. You just click download free, boom, and it downloads. On other websites, for example, like Pixabay or Pixels, you can change the size of this, and this is important. Creative Commons 0. Creative Commons 0 means free for commercial use without linking back. So you can, of course, appreciate this design and thank this designer, but you don't have to attribute him at all, even in your commercial work. So even if this is a project you are doing for your client, you can use this image and it's no problem. That's why those images are so amazing, so great, and I've used them several times and I'm always satisfied with them. So this is it for this lesson. I'd like you to select at least 5 images and download them to your project folder. So now we will have some inspiration, some colors, and a few images to work with. Of course, as we create the presentation, we will download new images when we will revisit this website, but I wanted to make this one comprehensive chapter where I show you everything step by step, which you can follow and replicate. So this is why we select the images before we start to work. A few images, I will also download now 5 of them. I'm not entirely sure if I want to have people images or animal images. I don't really care. I'll select a few of them, and we'll see what we come up with later. Okay, let's get it on. For this lesson, you know your request. Select 5 images, download them, and have them prepared for later work. Now we finally get to my personal favorite spot, icons. I really love icons. I think they do a lot of work in presentations, and I believe you can create outstanding designs using just icons. For example, I would like to introduce you to 2 websites, or maybe you know them, Icon Finder and flaticon.com. Flaticon and Icon Finder are both great. For example, you can select another, like, search for person icon. You have those premium icons which you can purchase, and you have those free icons. And look at the left side. What's great here, you can select any vector. You can select, for example, only free icons. And then you can go one step forward and select no link back. This would be totally free icons, which you can use for any type of project. And look at how many are here. You can really get outstanding icons. And what I enter an icon, I can not only change the size if you want a bigger PNG to download, but since some time they have edit icon. Currently it's a new feature, but you can click, boom, you can change the color of the icon right away. Okay, so Icon Finder has become better and better over the years. The same thing goes for Flaticon. And in my opinion, this website is top 100 icon websites. Not only great icons, they are not completely free. You need to link back here, but you can also purchase like at $10 a month, and you can use all selection without credit. But what's great here, you can not only search for icons, you can click on the menu, and you have top icons, latest icons, you have packs. And this is so amazing. Look at that. Essential set, 380 icons in the same fashion, in the same style, designed the same way. Icon here, I have a pack of 400 similar designed icons, which I can use for my presentation. How amazing is that? And not only that, you remember that we selected a color scheme. Click on download pack. You have the free download and the premium download. But before I download them, I could click here. Boom, 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 boom. I select plenty of those icons. I, for example, select all the icons I want to download. You can see on the right top side, I have the icons here. So I selected, like, these are previous icons I selected. So I have 60 icons here. And I want to change their color. You want to download all at once. And that's so amazing. I click here. I select paint collection, boom. I select my color scheme. You remember, we had the colors previously. We just select the right colors, boom, for example, the red one, and you select and download 60 icons at once or even more icons in all the colors you need. You select those, download collection, free, boom. You go to paint collection, you select the next color you need, and now I will have icons in several colors prepared for my work. How amazing is that? I'm always so happy to see that those websites work so well, and I can give them credit anytime, for example, at the end of my presentation, because they provide me with such amazing tools, and the designers gain as well, because the designers can make money by uploading icons here and designing for this website. So it's a win-win situation. I give them exposure, designers have a place to work, the icons are really perfect, just look at them. They're beautiful. Why not use them? So this will be your quest for this lesson. You can use either Icon Finder. You can, of course, use other websites if you know websites with icons. I just personally think Flaticon is a great website, which we all can use. And this is from the FreePic family. FreePic is also a great place to download free material for your graphical products. Okay, this is it for this lesson. We've learned really a ton of great things. We gained inspiration. We selected colors, images, and some icons. And we are nearly done. The last step will be to somewhat tinker with the fonts, but that's just a smaller step. I'll show you how, when, and where, and we will see each other in the next entertaining, hopefully, lesson. There, we arrived here. My second favorite thing when it comes to designing is selecting fonts, and the good news is for PowerPoint and overall for presentations, I wouldn't extend over 2 fonts. You can select one good font and roll with it onto the entire presentation, or you can select 2 fonts, which will be complementary looking with each other, where you use one font for titles and the second for the main text or text boxes overall. I think I don't have to show you those websites, but I will go over them. dafont.com, 1001 fonts, 1001 free fonts, and Font Squirrel. All of those websites accumulate plenty of fonts, and you don't have to search so much because you have like top list or top font deal, well, deals not, but the recent and the hot fonts and some safe fonts, which will be always good. For example, one of those fonts is definitely Open Sans. Open Sans, and what even better about this font, it's a font family, and you have light, italic, semi-bold, bold, extra bold. And let me say you that PowerPoint isn't perfect with fonts. Some fonts will not work properly in PowerPoint, and PowerPoint has its own font list, which it draws from Windows, so not all fonts will work perfectly. As you can see, for example, I have obviously also Open Sans installed, and when you go here, I have only a few of them. Why is that? For example, we don't have Open Sans Bold. This is because PowerPoint as a software reads that you can bolden it here with the normal Windows options. This is a little downside in my opinion, because for example, Adobe software like Photoshop, they read all the fonts you've installed and you have all of them here. With PowerPoint, it's a bit tricky, but as I said, you can select those save fonts. I've listed a few of them, a few good fonts here, which I believe will work for any presentation always, like Open Sans, Montserrat, Lateral Font. These are totally awesome fonts, but you can of course search for your own, and I think that you should select 2 fonts here. Go around, make a little search, and install 2 fonts. If you will have trouble to select proper fonts, or they will not appear in your PowerPoint, you need to exit and open PowerPoint again because it loads the fonts from Windows, and it needs to reload them if you just install them. But if you don't want to search for them, just install Open Sans, or Lateral Font, or Montserrat. These are great fonts, which will 100% work properly in your PowerPoint. If you want to be a bit more advanced and you want to explore a few fonts, please search for some top fonts or new fonts, and make sure they are free. For example, here we have free for personal use. You can also select 100% free fonts, which is even better. Web is new, a totally beautiful font. You should also have it installed. It's like the go-to font as a designer, for example. Or another font I have to show you. Of course, you know it already, Lobster font. How many designs did you see with this font? It's because it just works. It's a great font, and it's just something to know about as a designer that Lobster font is also very popular, and it will always make a great design. I hope this part of the course wasn't boring for you. We did need to go over this because I couldn't live with myself if we would go forward with the design without knowing what we do, where we got it from, and just randomly using images, photographs. I need to have everything structured, to be prepared, to have a portfolio of resources which I can go to, and once you are familiar with those websites, this is really all the arsenal you need. You will go fluently through them, you will select quickly a color scheme, and you will normally go right into the design. Okay, I believe we are more than enough prepared to start creating. Of course, everything will unravel and unfold as we proceed with our work, but for now, we are prepared. I hope this was enjoyable for you. You like those tutorials? Let me know if all the lessons are okay so far, and if yes, let us proceed.